Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things not to pack on a Disney cruise and what to pack instead. Hey, it's KJ, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things not to pack on a Disney cruise and what to pack instead. So without further ado, let's get into item number 1. So the first thing I have on my list are irons and steamers. You cannot bring irons or steamers onto a Disney cruise. And the reason for this is it is a fire hazard. So if you're worried that your clothes will be wrinkled, I have a solution for you. So instead of packing your iron and steamer, which you cannot bring, instead bring some Downy wrinkle spray or some wrinkle release spray. What I would suggest you do is as soon as you get to your room and you're doing your unpacking, spray the wrinkle spray on, hang up your item, maybe throw it in the bathroom with you when you're taking a shower to get that steam, and make sure you sort of like stretch it out a little bit and just smooth it out. That usually will get the wrinkles out pretty well. The other option you can do is you can go to the laundromat on the Disney ship. So on the Wish has a full laundromat on, I believe it's deck 8, and you can go there and you can use the irons that they have on board. The other ships do have little laundry rooms as well, and you can do the same thing where you can iron your clothes. The third option is when you get to your room, in the closet usually they will have a little paper that you can fill out and you can have your items professionally pressed. Now this will come at a cost, but it just depends on how many items you have. Personally, I would go with the wrinkle release spray, and then my second choice would be to go to the laundry room and use the iron and ironing board that they have there. But again, you can also have it professionally pressed. Number 2, you cannot bring a coffee maker on your Disney cruise. So John and I are not coffee drinkers, so this is not a big deal for us. But if you want to have coffee in your stateroom and you don't want to go to the buffet or a Cove Cafe to go get your coffee, you actually can fill out a little form. It does come in your room. It's usually in the drawer near where like the desk/vanity area is. And you can use that form to fill out and get a continental breakfast, which would include some coffee. Or if you just want to get coffee, you can just fill it out and ask for coffee, and you can write on the form what time you want it delivered, and then you just hang it outside your door, and then that way in the morning, say you want it at 7 a.m., your coffee will be there. You just put what you want with it, sugar, creamer, what have you. So you can have your coffee in your room that way. If you want to enjoy your coffee on the balcony, same thing. Order your coffee the night before and you can have it in your room when you wake up and drink it on the balcony if you have a veranda, or just in the privacy of your own room if you need that coffee to get going in the morning. The third thing you cannot bring on your Disney cruise is unpackaged foods. And this is due to customs relations and agricultural laws. If you want to know more about that, I suggest Googling it, but you can't take unpackaged food onto a Disney cruise. One other thing to note is you cannot bring unpackaged food off the Disney cruise either. So if you really liked something and you really wanted to take it off the ship with you, unfortunately you cannot do that. So what you can do instead is bring packaged food. So if there's something you really wanted to bring on the ship with you, say you wanted strawberries or bananas or something like that, you can get freeze-dried fruit to bring on the ship as long as it is prepackaged. You can bring things like granola bars, candy, as long as they're in wrappers or whatever your heart's desire. As long as the food is prepackaged, you can bring it on board. And as far as taking something off the ship, there are places on the ship that you can buy prepackaged food. So if you want to bring a little snack home with you for the plane ride home or the car ride home or as a souvenir, you can do that, but again, make sure it's prepackaged. Number 4, you cannot bring streaming devices, right? You can't bring streaming devices. I was surprised by that one. So you can't bring your Roku, your Fire Stick, your Amazon TV, Chromecast. None of those things can come with you on the ship. So instead, make sure you bring your tablet, your phone, and have all of your movies downloaded. If you're someone like me, I have a YouTube subscription and I like to watch YouTube videos, so I will download all of my YouTube shows before I go on a cruise or on a trip. I like to have everything downloaded. So if you have any shows or movies you want to watch, make sure you download them ahead of time. Or you can use the TV in the stateroom and just watch what they have on the stateroom TV. They've got lots of options, lots of Disney shows, some regular television. So definitely remember to download your shows ahead of time or just watch the stateroom TV. Number 5, you cannot bring hard liquor onto the ship. They do not have an alcohol package, so that is not an option either. If you want to drink hard alcohol, if you want to drink hard liquor, you will have to purchase it on the ship. Your other option, if you just want alcohol, since there is no alcohol package, you still can bring alcohol on the ship, but it is either wine or beer. So you can bring, I believe, 2 bottles of wine on the ship or 1 6-pack on the ship of beer. And you also can do this per port. So if you stopped stopped at Nassau and you wanted to pick up another bottle or two of wine, you can do that there and bring it on. You must be 21 years or older to do so though. So those would be your instead options, either to buy your drinks on the ship with hard alcohol, or you can bring wine and beer. Number 6, so this one is for all my mamas out there with little ones. You cannot bring bottle warmers on the ship. This is another fire hazard, but instead, if you do need a bottle warmer, you can request them. They do have a limited number on board, so make sure if that is a priority for you, when you get on the ship, you go to guest services and you request a bottle warmer. At this time, I do not believe you can request one ahead of time. I think you have to do it once you are on board. But if that, again, is a priority for you, if you are a bottle feeding mama and you need a bottle warmer, you can request one at guest services, but you cannot bring one on the ship. Number 7, you cannot bring extension cords, power strips, or surge protectors. If you are someone who uses a CPAP machine, you can request an extension cord once you are on board, but that is the only exception that I am aware of. If you need an extension cord for other reasons, you can definitely request one. I don't know that they'll give it to you, but you can certainly request one. But instead of the power strips and surge protectors, opt to bring a little brick. You can buy the bricks that have several outlets on them. They're not surge protected. So if you're someone like me who is a vlogger, you definitely need those outlets. When we were on the Wish, they had plenty of outlets, but the other ships seem to have less outlets. So if you're going on the Wish, I wouldn't be as concerned about the outlets, but if you're going on one of the other ships, then you'll definitely want to bring something that has multiple outlets that you can use. Like I said, those little bricks are great, but just make sure it is not surge protected. Number 8, you cannot bring over-the-door hangers. So I know a lot of people used to recommend bringing these. I guess they were causing a lot of damage on the Disney ships, so Disney no longer lets you bring these. You cannot hang those shoe hangers over your doors anymore. Instead, I would say definitely use packing cubes. That certainly helps you to keep more organized. You can use metal hooks that you can hang on the back of your door to hang different things. Number 9, you cannot bring any recreational and sports equipment. For example, things like hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks, baseball bats, fishing gear, surfboards, boogie boards, hammocks. Those type of things are not allowed on a Disney cruise. Instead, Disney does offer sports equipment on board. So if you wanted to play basketball, you can play basketball on board. They also have sports simulators on the Dream and Fantasy, so you can sign up ahead of time and you can play different sports virtually. They also have a golf simulator on the Dream and Fantasy as well. Or if you wanted to do something like surfing, you could look into surfing excursions where you could, in fact, surf or use boogie boards, but you can definitely look into rentals for that type of equipment, but you cannot bring it on board. You also cannot bring recreational wheeled equipment on board. Things like bikes, hoverboards, roller skates, inline skates, scooters, segways, Heelys. Yep, you can't bring Heelys. You can't have sneakers with wheels. And you cannot bring skateboards or wagons. Disney's website does say you can bring collapsible wagons. I would call Disney to find out exactly what they mean by that. My guess is something like a beach wagon that you might see to like a Costco or a Sam's Club or BJ's, that kind of thing where you would bring all of your beach supplies, to the beach. But other than that, I'm not really sure what a collapsible wagon is. So again, if you do know, let me know in the comments down below. But I would double check if you plan to bring any type of wagon on a Disney cruise. Call Disney Cruise Line to make sure that it is an acceptable item you can bring. So instead of being able to bring these type of items, you can definitely hit up the fitness center or the gym on board and get your exercise in that way if you wanted to ride a bike. If you're looking to ride a bike and you're going to Castaway Cay, you can rent bikes at Castaway Cay. That would be a fun thing to do, so you don't need to bring your own bike for that. Just remember to look at what excursions are offered and see how you can utilize those things that way. Again, if you wanted to go surfing, if you wanted to go bike riding, see what excursions allow for those things, and don't bring them yourselves because you will not be able to take them on board. Number 10, drones. So drones are not allowed on Disney cruise ships. My guess is that it's some sort of safety hazard or they have some reason why you can't bring them, but I would say it's for safety reasons. Instead, opt to bring something like a GoPro. Bring your chest strap, bring a head strap, bring a wrist strap. You can create all kinds of cool videos with a GoPro. We bring ours on our Disney cruises. On our last Disney cruise, John wore it on the Aquamouse. I was pregnant, so I could not go on the Aquamouse, but John did wear it. He wore the chest strap and he was able to take it on there. Also, when we were on Castaway Cay, I took the GoPro out with us when we were out in the water. So don't worry about not bringing your drone. Bring something like a GoPro, which is still a lot of fun. So those are 10 things that you cannot pack on a Disney cruise and 10 things you can pack or do instead. So if you want to know what else Disney does not allow on their cruise ships, I will link that down below. Obviously, things that are harmful to yourself or others, they are not permitted. So again, you can check the list down below for the full list that Disney does not allow you to bring. But if you guys found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really, really helps my channel out a lot. And if you guys like today's video and you like the content and you're not subscribed, I would love to have you subscribe. And if you guys have any tips or things that we shouldn't pack and what to pack instead, please leave that in the comments down below as well. And if you're in need of more cruise tips, I will also link my playlist down below. And with that, I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.